I am Nicole Roggeman. Welcome to my dining room turned art studio.
When we first bought our new house, we knew that we needed an art studio for me way more than we needed a traditional dining room. This here is how that first iteration of the studio went. The coffered ceiling is beautiful, but overall the style of the room just wasn't enough. So my husband had a great idea to take down the chair rail and go ahead and put up a shiplap wall, which I love. With a new coat of paint all over, studio was shaping up.
As you can see, I have no doors on my studio, which has definitely proved challenging during COVID when everybody was home and learning from home. But alas, we have mostly made it through that. The central part of my studio and what everything is centered around is this workstation. Let me show you that first. My husband custom built this workstation for me, and it is on casters, so I can move it anywhere I want around the room. Now ideally, it was going to have doors and also a rolling drawer coming out from this center workstation, but I'm not even sure I need that now that I have it in progress. But this little section is for all your regular office essentials and things that I need for shipping, such as my mail scale and even a ruler to make sure what my package dimensions are. These little sections are obviously just storage, and those are canvases that have already been painted. This section is blank canvases that have not yet been painted on. And in here is all the goodies. I have my bin of all of my oil paints and my bin of acrylic paints. And this way, when I'm ready to go ahead and paint, I can just pull that right up onto the desktop. And then the different chemicals and things are kept up there, and paper, art pads, and such down there. My old wooden toolbox here is another essential part of my studio. I actually picked it up secondhand somewhere. Wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but it is perfect for all of my supplies and is super heavy. This cabinet over here may not look like much, but this is where I make all of my art prints. So inside, I am able to store my art paper and inks. And of course, I have a little section for all my tools for making videos. When you make your own prints like I do, not only do you have your printer station, and I have talked about this printer before, and I am super happy with the quality of it, but you also need a trimming station. And my husband was kind enough to get me this tremendous paper cutter, so my 11 by 14 inch prints are no problem to go ahead and get them ready. This area over here has some inspirations and thank you cards and nice little notes from people. And of course, you always need a little area to store some of your completed works. Miscellaneous tools and packing supplies are kept here. And of course, another printer that I use just for shipping labels and such, much less expensive. Couple of easels, because I will definitely use a standing easel for some of my bigger artwork, or if I don't feel like sitting. The chair right there is pretty much only reserved for my children who come to talk to me while I'm working. I wanted a pretty and feminine light, and this one works well with the daytime bulbs in there, so I have the bright light.
Then of course my tufted stool and my workstation, again on casters, so I'm able to move it, make it simply easy for me to gaze out the window when I am done with my long day.